The sky over Beijing darkened, and with it came a storm so merciless that the city seemed to collapse under its weight. Day after day, streets themselves disappeared, vanishing into the torrents that surged like unleashed rivers. The familiar hum of the metropolis faltered. Power flickered, sirens screamed, and the city of 20 million braced against a force that neither walls nor technology could contain. In the northern districts of Mun and Yanqing, the situation became catastrophic. The city's lifeline, the Reservoir, the largest source of drinking water for Beijing, was driven to the brink. Engineers fought against nature's fury, watching gauges climb higher and higher as the reservoir absorbed water faster than its walls could bear. With no choice left, they opened its gates. The release sent walls of water rushing downstream, a man-made torrent born of necessity which swept through villages and fields, devouring homes and roads in its path. What was meant to protect the capital now drowned the land around it. Inside the city, Beijing's veins ruptured. Drainage systems, long thought adequate, collapsed under the unrelenting volume. Wide boulevards transformed into rivers, and intersections, once crowded with traffic, became stagnant and abandoned, drifted like forgotten toys. Underground, the story was worse. The subway, Beijing's beating heart of transportation, suffocated beneath the flood. Tunnels filled to their ceilings with brown, debris-choked water. Electrical systems fried, rails twisted, trains stood paralyzed. Millions of commuters were stranded, their daily routines replaced with confusion and exhaustion. Officials now warn that repairs will take months, if not longer, before normalcy returns. The city's essential services began to fracture under the pressure. Power stations near submerged districts shut down, leaving whole neighborhoods in darkness. Communication lines, buried beneath the streets, were severed when water rushed into cable networks. Hospitals scrambled to move life-saving equipment to higher floors, while schools barricaded supplies in desperate attempts to salvage resources. Which is becoming more common. Commerce did not escape the storm's wrath. The beating heart of Beijing's economy, the shopping centers, the office towers, the small family-run stores, were gutted. Basements became watery graves for electrical systems, storage rooms, and cars in underground garages. In a matter of hours, inventories were erased. Escalators became chutes for cascading water, and entire malls echoed with the sound of rushing currents. For street vendors and small shops, the losses were fatal. Shelves emptied not by customers, but by an invading flood. Beyond the edges of the metropolis, the land itself cried out in ruin. Farmland lay flattened, crops beaten into the mud, irrigation channels erased by churning torrents. Poultry sheds and fish farms, once alive with movement, were reduced to silence, their animals swept away. Farmers who had nurtured their fields for generations stood helpless, as livelihoods were erased overnight. Local food markets reported shortages within days, and with them came sharp rises in prices. The disaster was not only human, but agricultural, a blow that will ripple for months through kitchens and dining tables. The environmental scars widened. Rivers, swollen beyond recognition, spilled over with industrial waste and sewage, contaminating water systems that millions depend on. Green belts and city parks designed as shields against nature's rage vanished beneath waves of mud and silt. Stay informed. On the outskirts, hillsides surrendered, collapsing into landslides that blocked rural roads and tore open mountain slopes. What collapsed once may collapse again, geologists warn, leaving nearby communities on edge as the land beneath their feet remains unstable. The financial devastation is already staggering. Early estimates predict billions of yuan in losses. Restoring just the subway system will require reconstruction on an unprecedented scale. Rural bridges and highways lie in ruins, power grids in tatters. Insurance companies brace for historic claims, while government funds scramble to meet the flood of desperate requests for relief. Every yuan allocated will be stretched thin, and the cost will echo for years. Transportation, the lifeblood of Beijing's connection to the rest of the nation, nearly collapsed. Expressways leading in and out of the capital disappeared beneath water, isolating the city from its neighbors. Rail lines buckled or were buried in mud, stalling cargo shipments and choking supply chains. Airports canceled flights as floodwaters licked at their runways and swallowed approach roads, leaving travelers stranded and deliveries delayed. For a capital meant to symbolize strength and progress, the paralysis was a sobering reminder of its vulnerability. For ordinary people, recovery feels distant. Streets must be rebuilt, homes salvaged, businesses resurrected. Families sift through wreckage, searching for what little remains, while shopkeepers tally losses that cannot be recouped. Farmers walk their ruined fields, staring at drowned harvests where only weeks ago they had nurtured hope. The scars left behind are not only physical but emotional, etched into the memories of millions who lived through the storm. And yet, amid the devastation, a grim truth remains. This flood is not a fleeting event but a warning. Nature's strength has exposed the fragility of human defenses. In a city of gleaming towers and intricate infrastructure, one storm brought it to its knees. The waters will eventually recede, the puddles will dry, but the fear and uncertainty will endure. Rebuilding will take years. Healing may take longer. Beijing, a city built to withstand the weight of history, now faces the weight of recovery. This disaster will not be forgotten quickly, nor should it be. It stands as a reminder that in the face of nature's unyielding force, even the greatest cities remain fragile. And for the millions who endured it, the memory of the flood will echo long after the waters are gone. Floods remind us of a strange paradox. Water gives life, but it also takes it away. Beijing's storm showed both reservoirs that protect the city nearly bursting, while farmlands and homes drowned downstream. The strength of human engineering was clear, yet so were its limits. It's like building a giant umbrella, only to find it can't stop the sideways rain. I can't help but think of the families wading through dark water, carrying what little they could save. Disasters like this feel far away, until one day, they're not. How ready are we really for nature's next strike? Thanks for staying with me through this story. Share your thoughts below, I'd love to hear them. If you don't know what to say, just leave comment number 1 so I know you're here. Remember, preparation is the quiet shield we build before the storm. Are you building yours? Relay stations. Rescue and relief. In several residential blocks, ground floors were completely flooded, prompting mass evacuations and the deployment of inflatable.